speaker, Toastmaster Andy Brown is working towards his Advanced Communicator Silver and Advanced Leader Silver designations, and is pleased to be giving his first speech to the articulators, entitled The Greatest Gift. Andy would like you to know that although he has an engineering degree and is in sales, he was almost a fine arts major.
Oh.
That is, until he was tested and discovered the only culture he had was bacteria. Oh my goodness. Guest, you need to run now. Please welcome Toastmaster Andy Brown.
Do you remember that first person who motivated you so much that they changed your life? They were like a sparkling, shining diamond. You appreciated them so much. Now, when people like that come along, they're few and far between, but you know it when they arrive. One of my professors in college was like that, an amazing man. One day, he was lecturing about the self-actualized person. The self-actualized person, he said, does not care what others think about him. The self-actualized person does not worry about what others may say or do. The lights went off. I felt like heaven was playing its angelic symphony just for me. I know I shouted out inside. I couldn't wait to talk to him when the class was over. I was so excited when I met him at the podium as the last student was filing out. Professor, I am a self-actualized person. I don't care what others may think about me. I don't care what others may say or do. He stopped abruptly and immediately, cocked his head slightly, looked at me very intently from above his glasses and said, "Oh, really?" I froze and immediately wondered what he meant by that and if it was going to affect my grade. Fellow Toastmasters, head table, honored guests, the greatest gift you can give someone is believing in them. The simple act of letting someone know you believe in them can take them to the highest of heights. Conversely, being captious can take them to the lowest of lows, and it is so unnecessary. I have a good friend who was so poor that they used to eat cereal with a fork so the milk would last for everyone. He would look around and he saw the big houses, big cars, boats, and he would tell himself, one day I'm going to have all that. One day I am going to be a world champion. Everyone laughed at him but his mother. His mother would look at him lovingly and say, one day you are going to be a world champion. 2 weeks before a very important match, he shattered his nose in a freak accident. Put him out of commission for an entire year. As he was being wheeled from the hospital, weeping, his mother looked down and said, "Don't worry. You'll come back in a year, and you're going to be a world champion." Now, there aren't many world champions in anything by definition. There just can't be. But you know something? His mother was right. My friend eventually became a world champion in his sport 3 times. You know what he told me? He said, "Andy, the greatest gift my mother ever gave me was believing in me." I believe that one day my son will grace the stages of Broadway as a star. Why? Because his mother and I believed in him, and we always let him know that. He loved singing and performing from a very young age, He had a nice voice, and he loved singing and performing, and he was blessed with natural stage charisma. I always told him, if you love it and work hard, follow your dreams, you will be successful. Today, through hard work, perseverance, and God-given talent, he is a Young Arts finalist, one of only 16 high school seniors in the country in musical theater who have been bestowed with this incredible, extraordinary national distinction. We also just found out that the Young Arts Board forwarded my son's name to the Commission on Presidential Scholars to be named as a Presidential Scholar in the Arts. This is the highest award and honor and recognition that a high school senior in this country can receive. If he's selected as a Presidential Scholar in the Arts, he will perform at the Kennedy Center and meet the President of the United States. He is at this point because his mother and I always believed in him, and we let him know it. My friend and college roommate was caught stealing in the dorms. He was on academic probation and real probation. Turned out he was a compulsive thief. I helped him as best as I could. I told him I would go to group therapy sessions with him. I told him I would do whatever I could to help him, and I believed in him so much I was not going to move out. He was so thankful he was crying. What can I ever do to repay you? I said, nothing now, but if the group therapy doesn't work and you're not cured in a couple of weeks, can you get me a widescreen TV? When was the last time you let your spouse know how much you believe in them? Do you let your kids know how much you believe in them? It does not go without saying. It needs to be said. Make sure today you let the people you care about know you believe in them. Let your employees know. Let your coworkers know.